are vampire admirals with pistols, quick-draw artists in Tides of Torment. Just on grounds of feminism, I wasn't going to lump this generic lord as an afterthought in the video on the dudes. They are very distinct. With 250 upkeep, like the other lord, it should take 1450 to animate one, even a previously recruited admiral, each and every time. A tech can reduce this by 75%. Health is 4080, armor 70 again, missile resistance the standard 15%, leadership is 70, regular speed of 40 is more nimble than the polearms admirals, charge speed 46. Here's where things completely diverge. Melee attack begins at 65. Attack interval is the standard 4 seconds, splash target size medium, max target splashed is 5. Melee defense begins at 45, a big step down. But weapon strength 480 is split base 310 and armor piercing 170. So it's not just the reverse of the polearms version, the girls hit harder overall, it's just less effective against armor. I don't see a bonus versus infantry. Charge bonus is 35, which is decent, mass is 600, which is still pretty light. But the girls bring pistols that seem to be, based on the damage and the 4-second reload time, a 1-to-1 copy of Harkon's pistol, rated high for damage because it fires so often. Ammunition is 40, and it's important to note, Harkon's was 30. Range is 90, exactly as you'd expect. She is a fire-whilst moving character with 360-degree firing, missile strength is officially 375, and each individual shot does base 30 and armor piercing 120 on impact. That is, the melee is base tilted, the pistol is armor piercing. The missile strength shown is tilted that way because the reload time is at the cap of 4 seconds. Total accuracy of 70 means that her dead eyes have the kind of sniping ability of a witch hunter. Calibration distance 80 means it's barely less accurate for the last 10 meters of range, and if you extend that range more, then that calibration distance should still be 80. Calibration area 1.6 meters is pretty tight, but you still celebrate every attack on a foot character that actually hits. There is a penetration cap of medium, and a max targets penetrated after the first of 5. That's pretty good, but is reminiscent of an Empire Engineer. Moreover, as a Vampire Coast character, Black Powder Aplenty provides plus 30% to range damage until under 80% of ammunition. On a Rotting Promethean at rank 10, what it shows here is armor 120, speed 45, I checked in game, 45 on the crab, charge speed is 60 like with the other lord. Melee attack 55 base, which it wasn't for the other lord. Attack interval 3.8 seconds, as expected, max target splash 4. Melee defense begins at 50 now, which is less than the other lord. Weapon strength 400, split base 120, and armor piercing 280. So they become seriously armor piercing on the mount and mass 1500. The pistol remains unchanged in the sense that the stats are unchanged, but like Luthor Harkon, she is no longer 360-degree firing, and like Luthor Harkon, at least I presume this, she can fire the pistol in melee because her mount is what's considered engaged, not the lady herself. Let me know if this is right. She will rip through that ammo at a ferocious rate in the midst of combat. She counts as a siege attacker and has the charge defense versus large the Promethean entitles her to. It's still a mount maligned for years, mind you. In addition to a fully functional magic line and blue and red lines exactly like the other Fleet Admiral, which means just like Luthor Harkon's except for the part for Vampiric Corruption plus 6 instead of Living Ship, she gets Lucky Charm, Tenacity, and Loyal to the End for 1 pip, available at their appropriate ranks, 30 for the loyalty, never going down 1. She gets a yellow line that starts with Monkey Jacket and goes through Swashbuckler, Master Strike, Scarred Veteran, Hard to Hit, and Taunt, and then ends. A new mini-line is exclusive to her. Always Ready gives speed plus 8% and ammunition plus 8%. 2 pips in Blacker Powder raises missile strength by plus 12%. 2 in Powder Monkey gives reload time reduction plus 12%. 1 pip in Blunderbuss gives Blunderbuss ammo, increasing number of projectiles, while reducing total range by 20%. Remember, this is a pistol range, and not a rifle like the Gunnery White. The second pip erases the 20% range nerf. 1 pip of Gunsight gives range plus 10% and armor-piercing missile damage plus 20%. The second raises the AP missile damage plus 40%, and that was most of your damage. Pyromaniac, the capstone, gives that ability, basically giving a grenade 3 uses, 90-second cooldown, 70 meters range, 1 impact damage, 36 explosive damage, 33% of which is armor piercing, counts as flaming attack. This inflicts the burning effect, 12 seconds of 5 points of damage to a max of 25 entities in a single unit, so it's like a fire-based flock of doom on what's affected. It's not bad as a get off my lawn skill. Note that Luthor Harkon had only a single personal line pip that increased his range damage, and I don't have stats, but explosive ammunition is nice for horde clear. Missile strength plus 8% besides. In other words, for raw damage, except for that explosive effect, this generic lord gets a lot more damage out of her pistol. For the remainder, the Hunger gives its usual effect of 0.1% healing in melee and melee only, selectable with any pip, Supernatural Terror for causes terror at rank 5 and up because it's never naturally gained, and Forger, Smuggler, and Arsonist are the same as Harkon, but also she can only pick one. Poacher is also like Harkon's, and therefore not the same as the Polearm Admiral, in that it gives a bonus versus infantry plus 10, something she doesn't gain from any other source within skills, especially since the back end of the yellow line is devoted to the pistol. So how do we use the Vampire Admiral with pistols? She is absolutely amazing as a kiting admiral on foot, and yes, it's absolutely to the point you may want to keep her there. That is a valid choice, don't let me tell you otherwise. The fact she has a fully functional magic line means she can be dangerous like that. Most of the annoyance is the loyalty system, but if you navigate that and get one leveled up, and can afford to give her a real army, she can produce. It's important to note that because blue line notwithstanding, no shipbuilding is to be found here. Since her ranged weapon is ammunition dependent, even more than usual, you want her paired with a gunnery white for more ammo, and even if she gets an engineer's knapsack, she can't give herself ammo from it. She can feed the white, Queen Bess, whatever comes. Keep her topped off and doing max damage and enjoy. While she absolutely has limitations, like a complete lack of anti-large, she can still be a serious competitor. Despite the mount being much maligned, her ability to keep shooting while on it and engaged in melee, at least I'm pretty sure she does, could be a huge boost to her. Just remember she's armor-piercing like that, but not an anti-large damage machine. Until our deep dive into traits, that'll have to do. Take care, and have fun teaching Lizardmen how to dance.